better than you, and you know
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling Crossroads. As always, I am one half your dynamic duo, Twisted, alongside Brother Pyro.
What's up, y'all?
And we are recapping AEW All Out.
Who would have thought that in 7 days and 3 pay-per-views, AEW would come out with the best shows in the last 7 days?
Right?
Because did All In and All Out deliver.
Mm-hmm.
I figured, after All In, I'd be burnt out with AEW, them being only a week apart. Nah.
No.
All Out definitely did a good job of keeping interest at all times.
And I think out of everything, it might have been, our most favorite.
It was definitely...
Was it your
the
highest rating?
Best show of the last 7 days.
Okay. Well, would you like to start us out, or shall I?
I'll let you do it because I want to talk about the next match.
Of course you do. All right. We started off with the ROH Tag Team Championship match. Better Than You, Bebe takes on the Dark Order.
Match was better than expected.
Yes.
Especially for a Dark Order match.
Yes, I know that was one of the particular things that you kept saying during the match.
Well, because, all right, normally, I'm not going to lie, since the passing of Brody Lee, God rest his soul, Dark Order really hasn't been relevant. They haven't been really intriguing to watch. Mm-hmm. They've just kind of existed. So for them to put on the show that they did, mm-hmm. really made me happy.
They did it really well against, Adam Cole and MJF, really making a majority of it one-sided and to their favor.
One thing I love that they did was they focused and played into MJF's neck injury.
Yes. And for a portion of the match, he was actually taken out and taken back into the backstage area to get
you take
at.
A steel chair shot to the back of an already injured neck. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're gonna cart you off for medical personnel. Respect to Adam Cole, because I figured, he'd be like, all right, we forfeit the match, or, I'll take the count out, whatever.
Yeah.
Because, the ref, as they're cutting off MJF, he's yelling at Cole like, hey, match still gotta go. Get in here. I figured, he would have taken the count out, gone to, check on his partner, his quote-unquote best friend.
Mm-hmm. But no, he
was like, no, I'm going to stay, and I'm going to defend these titles by myself for the both of us.
Yep. And majority of the way through, you thought it was on Dark Order's side for a really good chunk.
Again, they really did a good job of looking like the fierce team that Brody Lee was trying to get them to be.
And maybe now, do you see them being featured a little bit more?
I pray it. I pray it. I hope so. Oh, wrestling gods, let it happen. Because Brody Lee would have been proud of how they performed in that match.
He would have. Closing, I don't want to say closing moments because it didn't necessarily come at the very, very end, but we did get MJF back after a very big chunk of the match where he was gone. He came back still holding his neck and tagged in after Adam Cole had suffered some really big hits.
Oh, that man took some damage.
Yes. And he, stepped in for his partner and really took, a bunch of damage himself.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Picking up the win.
But that shows you what all of this really meant to him.
Yes. Keeping these titles and, really working at it. Picking up the win, retaining their championship. Better Than You, Bebe continues to be ROH Tag Team Champions. You're great for this one.
B.
Solid B.
Solid B.
Nice opening to the show.
It really did help set the pace for the show. Mm-hmm. I just think it would have been a little better had, we gotten like both teams, kind of full strength, mm-hmm. Really going at it instead of that, like, again, a good like 50-ish% of the match where we were missing one of our competitors.
Who was on the outside?
I don't even know. I want to say that was Evil Uno.
Okay. So I remember a majority of the match, Evil Uno was talking, obviously, smack to Adam Cole, and there was a point where he got in Adam Cole's corner and was pretty much like, ha, you don't have a partner anymore.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there was a lot of history involved with all of these gentlemen, which really, again, made me really happy. It's like they really did address it. They kind of played into it.
I do agree that B is very fitting for this grade. It was a very good match.
All right, so now I'm going to talk ending moments or like post-match moments of this because it's going to lead into what is the next match. Cole and MJF are like kind of, making their exit back to the back post-match. Samoa Joe, your Ring of Honor TV champion, decides, I'm just going to go ahead and make my entrance, gives MJF a shove. Adam Cole's kind of strayed a little bit behind just because he was grabbing all the titles and whatever. And you can see the look on MJF's face.
You saw the shift.
Of like, I'm going to mess this dude up. Like, I want to mess this dude up. Like, who does he think he's, pushing me?
I'm the top champion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And, Samoa Joe's going to always do Samoa Joe things. They alluded to it. It was like, yeah, no, Samoa Joe as champion is going to determine when he comes out. Because he's Samoa Joe. Adam Cole, you see Adam Cole kind of run and like, yo, this is not what you want. You don't want the smoke.
You don't want it.
You don't want these problems. This is not what you want to do right now. Leave it alone. Let's go to the back. Get your neck. He's trying to talk some sense into MJF. MJF being the stubborn SOB that he is, decides, no. Rushes the ring. Starts trying to brawl out with Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's just like, this is nothing. Headlock.
Yes.
Like, Samoa Joe really with ease just, you're not a problem for me. I'm hoping that's kind of like foreshadowing, the next big singles rivalry for the two of them. Maybe, hopefully, Tony Khan, please hear me out. Because I think we, the fans, would love to see this play out.
I mean, the last time they were together, it was Samoa Joe that was NXT champion.
Yeah.
For WWE.
MJF was a security guard for him. And something never changed. Shove.
And he still got shoved back then, yep.
Like, no.
So they insinuated into a little brawl that led to security coming down and separating the two men. More security on MJF's side than on Samoa Joe's.
Oh, because if you really look at it, Joe approached it calmly. MJF was like a rabid squirrel.
Yes. Got MJF out of the ring, and then Samoa Joe's challenger for his championship made an appearance. I'll let you
Mr. Shane Taylor, who I guess won a number one contender tournament, they said, I believe, to get this opportunity. And I mean, these men have a history together because Shane Taylor is who Joe beat for this World Heavy title. Both men are very similar in build. Here's
the thing that I was listening to. I don't know if you actually listened to when they were giving out the statistics between the men. Shane Taylor has literally an inch on Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe is 6'1", he is 6'2".
But they both are about 310.
310. Yes.
I remember hearing about that, like, and I think, and it's funny because they brought up a lot of their backgrounds or whatever, and talked about how Shane Taylor doesn't tape his hands; he tapes his wrists.
Yes,
and he takes that from years of boxing practice, the stiff wrist, issues a better punch almost is what they were saying, and to a degree I see that. Like I said, Joe, you can definitely tell Joe's not used to guys that are about him. Exactly, match him in size, in strength. In speed, because for two heavyweight men, they move pretty damn quickly.
This was a very good match. I know you were saying it all through it.
So much.
It was a beautiful match for two
big men like this. Like, it definitely once it started, because it didn't take a minute to get started. It was literally as soon as that bell rang, they were locked up. They were gone. They were going for it. haymakers.
I like what they said on commentary. The minute they locked up, like the second that bell rang, they locked up and they said, and I quote, they locked up like two grown men.
Oh yeah, they
went straight for it. You know, they had a little scuffle and then went locking up again.
Well, what was it that they said? And I know they reiterated this later on in the show with Miro and Hobbs. Two big meaty men slapping meat.
Mm-hmm.
Because these men were just giving each other the work.
Yes.
Oh my God. Ultimately, though, picking up the win.
Yes.
Retaining his title, the self-proclaimed king of TV, and at this point, rightfully so, because he is closing in. He is now the second longest reigning champion behind a Mr. Jay Lethal.
Mm-hmm.
And he's slowly approaching that record. So it's kind of looking like he's going to be the longest reigning Ring of Honor World TV champion at some point very soon.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about a month or so that separates their title reigns right now. Samoa Joe picking up the win via submission, I want to say.
I believe so.
I believe he locked into Coquina. That was kind of it. Where you knew he was done. So initially I wrote down a solid B, but I have to give this match a B+. Like, for a heavyweight battle to take place the way that it did.
Yes.
Where, especially if you're not familiar with these guys, it's going to grab your interest regardless. Mm-hmm. And you're like, how are these two big ass dudes doing
this?
Like, how are they moving the way that they're moving? So agile, so quick, so nimble. Like, like if they didn't have that build that they did, you'd think these guys were like $115, like real small dudes, because they were moving around like it.
Right.
It was great to watch. The storied history between the guys. You can tell
a lot.
Like,
ring, yeah.
You can see how familiar they were with each other. Overall, just a solid match. A solid follow-up to that opening contest.
Yes.
And I want to say that this show really
kept you intrigued the whole time.
Oh, yeah. Like,
the fans were even into it the entire time.
I was going to say, like, I personally, like, this match really... Like,
you mean the card?
The card as a whole, like, they never really took their foot off the gas. I mean, they let up just a little to give us some breathing room. But overall, like, this stayed at a pretty solid pace for the show. And
you can't say that much about AEW.
No. It stayed very consistent, and I'm really happy about it.
Okay. So we got your final grade on that. Let's jump into our next one. TNT Championship Luchasaurus defends against Darby Allin. I want to say that I enjoyed this match a lot, but at the same time, there was too much injury from Darby Allin. There was too much of an injury with him to really enjoy the Darby Allin match. And I know unanimously we had all picked Darby Allin. He came out with who?
Nick Wayne.
Yeah, I still don't know who he is. He don't even go here.
I mean, he does go here. That's why he's there.
No.
He does go here.
And of course, Luchasaurus came out with the self-proclaimed TNT champion, Christian Cage. This match, like I said, I really wish I could have loved it the way I do Darby matches, but there was no get up and go.
There really wasn't. This was one of those moments that I said on the card gave us some breathing room.
Yes.
It was very one-sided.
Overly one-sided. There was no pickup that Darby had.
I mean, Darby had a few spurts.
Not as much as you'd like to see. Not as much as you want to see,
but to, kind of play that other side of the coin, it made sense.
Yeah, especially
think about what happened a week ago.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Think about you're getting Luchasaurus at 100%. Darby Allin was operating at about 55%.
I wouldn't even say 55 with the coffin.
And that's me. And that's me being nice. That's me being generous. Like, he's operating at just over 50% capacity right now.
There was a lot of interference on the outside that took your attention away.
I was going to say, you really did get a lot of focus from stuff outside the ring more than inside.
Yeah, which really upset me.
Yeah, because like your purpose for the match is to tell the story in the ring inside those four ropes, and That's not what.
And the more entertaining part was outside. Yeah.
Right, like you paid attention to what Christian was doing, what Wayne was doing, like.
Closing moments. We have Darby getting ready to go from the top rope where Christian has Nick Wayne on a chair ready to hit him with a concerto. Darby took his eye off the ball, and Luchasaurus ultimately, choke slam, was it?
I believe so.
Choke slams Darby into the mat. 1, 2, 3, ends the match, and we have to get medical help for Darby.
Yeah, because again, the man was already operating injured, and this match with Lucha really did not help his case.
And he did get broken open.
Yeah,
he got busted open, yes.
Yeah, he did. And he got busted open pretty early. Pretty early in the match.
Yeah, so that also playing a factor into how tired he was. Obviously you work your body a lot more when you're bleeding, especially from the head.
Right.
Quick recovery, obviously, to Darby. But I
think he needs to take a couple weeks off.
Yeah,
really,
he definitely does.
Relax and then come back and be like, all right, now I'm really ready to go. I would like to see, because like I said, I would love to see this, contested a little more evenly.
Yes. I'd like to see him go for another chance.
Oh, yeah. He can make the case that, you beat me when I wasn't 100%.
Can you do it when I'm 100?
Can you do it when I'm fully rested? Well, now that I'm, back in one piece, you couldn't beat me without Christian. Like, what's up?
Can you do it on your own?
Can you do it on your own, my guy? Like,
he can.
There is a lot of arguments that can be made in favor of Darby getting a rematch.
And I hope they pull the trigger on that.
Let's wait a couple weeks, though.
Yes. I definitely agree on that.
Wrestle Dream coming up October 1st.
Yeah, we could do it then.
Like,
take off after this.
Or, you can give it that slow build. Revolution in November.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And your overall grade for this one?
C.
Wow.
C. Enough said. And actually, I'm looking, because, I have to write down my grades.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, this was the lowest graded match I have on my card.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, we'll get to the rest of your grades and your overall grade for this as we continue on. Take us into our...
Okay, but if a C is my lowest grade, it was a good show.
I know. Most of our payback ones were C's and B's, so yeah.
And low B's at that.
Yes. So take us into our next
Powerhouse Hobbs, Miro. I still don't understand how we got to this point, why we got to this point. I don't really care, because the match actually delivered.
Yeah. Told more stories inside of the ring than we cared to when they were kind of walking us through how we got to this point.
Yeah, like I understood. Like, this is more or less pretty much a redemption arc for the both of them.
Mm-hmm.
This was definitely,
and we even said that in the pre-show.
This was a redemption arc for the both of them. I'm really glad that. Do I feel like it needed to be on this card? No. Am I happy it was?
Yes.
Yes. Because again, these two men were absolutely like going right at it.
Mm-hmm.
I said it earlier.
Yes.
I said it while watching this match. I was like, yeah, it's giving me the same energy that the Samoa Joe Shane Taylor match kind of gave me.
Although with this one,
with a little slower pace.
With this one, we had a lot of chance of beat the meat. Hey!
I was really hoping we were just gonna skip over that.
No, we had more chance of beat the meat in this one than we did in the other one. They were the ones saying it most of the time, and the other one, the commentators were. So, not my problem. Hey! If you allow your children to watch that and they hear it, obviously they're gonna hear it there, and they're gonna hear it on the podcast. So
that's valid. Just like everybody that's still mad at the Acclaimed for the, whole scissor me thing. At this point, bro, just get over it. Like, you are subjecting your kids to this. We're also talking about Billy Gunn's involvement in all of this. And, this man is responsible for getting generations upon generations of kids in trouble for stupid BS like this. Because,
You've had Suck It. You've had Scissor Me. His name is Daddy Ass.
I was going to say, he was the ass man in WWF/WWE. He is Daddy Ass. I forgot what it was in
badass.
The badass. I forgot what it was in Impact, but still, like,
it's something.
It's Scissor Me now. At one point, you were pointing at your genitals because of him telling people to suck. Like, come on, get it together. Agreed. At this point, leave the man alone.
Agreed.
But that tangent over. Hobbs Miro was overall just a great match. It was a slightly slower pace than our previous heavyweight match, which I did enjoy because it like really helped solidify both men.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell where they were comfortable. You can tell that this is what, this is how I'm going to work with you, and you can see that they worked really well together.
They did.
I wouldn't mind seeing this match run back.
Right. I agree. Totally.
Again, give them a slow build, a slow burn. Eventually, use this to project one of them into a title picture, whether it be the TNT title, the international title.
Yeah.
Hell, Taz, you're gonna hate me for this one. The FTW title.
Mm-hmm. But a title.
A singles title run at some point, and maybe eventually later down the line, position them to be in the main event picture.
Right. Both men can be main eventers.
Both men can be main eventers. Both men do have what it takes if given the right chance.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that this match is the first step in doing so for them.
Okay. Take us to our winner first.
So winning the match via submission.
Yes.
Miro really made me happy. Post match, we thought we were gonna get a sign of a show of respect between Miro and Hobbs.
We did for a second.
We did for like a split second.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hobbs went and attacked Miro.
Mm-hmm.
We hear a theme song. Play. Out comes
Hot and Flexible.
Hot and Flexible, as JR calls her, Mrs. Miro.
Mm-hmm.
Miro's real life wife, CJ Perry, kind of makes her AEW debut.
Yeah.
Comes out to help her husband.
Hits Hobbs in the back with a steel chair, and
he
that does nothing.
no-sells the hell out of that, by the way.
I think it was more or less meant to, because she's
honestly, like, she's a small, dainty woman. Like, yeah, I can see it. I'm really happy that they played into that little that small detail of really small woman, really big man.
Because if you notice afterwards, when Miro hit him with the same chair, he kind of buckled.
He had a lot more force behind it.
Yes.
He was able to deliver a lot more force behind it, which really made me happy.
And then Miro...
But Miro kind of, sticking with the character that they gave him. Mm-hmm. His wife is trying to, approach him, maybe give him a hug, give him a kiss, whatever. Him playing into his character of trying to get right with his God, trying to focus on the things that his God wants him to focus on, is, gets out the ring, gets to the stage, he's, yelling that she's not real. So, like, in his head, he's kind of hallucinating with the things that he wants versus the things that he may need.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really fun to watch. I'm hoping that at some point this week we dig a little deeper into that. Because, again, that was solid.
Mm-hmm.
And, again, just a really great detail to add to what
his character is.
Yes.
Yeah. Your overall grade for this match?
B.
Okay. That sounds like I wouldn't give it anything less. I wouldn't give it anything more. It's solid.
I was going to say, I think that's a very fair grade.
Yeah.
Just because, again, the build didn't really... And part of it was definitely the build. And a lot of what I base a lot of my grade on were, one, execution of the match, the build, and the necessity of it on the card.
Okay. Next up, we have TBS Championship Chris Statlander versus Ruby Soho. Ruby coming out with AEW Women's Champion Saraya. Now, this match, I can't necessarily say I got into. This is another one that gave us the ability to breathe, as you say. So there was a couple points where Ruby had the upper hand, a couple points where Chris had the upper hand, but no woman had the upper hand for a very big amount in this match.
Yeah, no.
Even with the outside, personnel that Ruby had, not a lot of interference from Saraya.
No, and I'm actually really happy for that.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to jump into our closing moments because, again, this was one where we just took the minute to breathe. Closing moments... Saraya says, it's time, we're going to distract Chris because they do their, spray paint in the eyes. and she gets ready to grab the can of spray paint. Toni Storm comes from under the ring and grabs the can of spray paint from Ruby Soho's hand and starts spraying it in the air as if she's gone entirely mad, more than she already has, throwing the shoe at Renee Paquette. Chris hits her finisher, and it's a 1-2-3 end the match. Beat her completely clean at that point.
See, and here's my takeaway from the match, and it is not, the title reign of Chris Statlander, which it really should be. My takeaway, my focus on from this match was what happens with Toni Storm and the rest of the Outcasts now.
I want to know what happened to Toni Storm's head.
Well, she got the haircut from Whoville.
Not even just that. I want to know where her head's at. Like I said, are they giving her a crazy gimmick now?
My takeaway is what happens with those three women now.
Agreed.
Which, unfortunately, takes away from your championship.
Takeaway from a championship match. So, your grade for this?
C+. Okay. It was a well-executed match. The ending kind of threw me, but again, just definitely one of those matches to just let us breathe.
Okay. Take us into our next one.
Strap match. Ricky Starks, Bryan Danielson. Now, granted, we've only had a 24-hour build.
Yes.
On this match specifically.
Well, kind of. I mean, in all reality, they did take us back about 2 months ago when Ricky Starks attacked Ricky Steamboat when he was a special guest referee in his match.
Okay, yeah.
So not necessarily 24 hours, but yes, 24 hours with the build between Bryan and Ricky.
I will say I love the 0 hour moment where Danielson is kind of cutting a promo about what it's like to be in a strap match, and he referred to his last strap match in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And his exact words were, "I've been in a strap match. Last time I was in there, I was in that ring with somebody that I love, and we beat the hell out of each other."
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, if I actually cared about the man that I was beating the hell out of, what do you think I'm going to do to you?
And for those of you who don't know, Bryan Danielson's last strap match was as Daniel Bryan in WWE against The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, who just recently passed away. So this match was
brutal right out the gate.
These men did not care before Ricky Starks was even able to
before the match even started. Ricky Starks jumped out the ring and starts beating Bryan with this weighted leather belt.
Yeah.
And you hear the ref yelling at him to put the strap on so they can get the match started. I realize how that sounded now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, after his attack, he finally, gets the strap on his wrist.
Before the end of that, he did hit Bryan. I know you were asking when Bryan got broken open.
I was going to say
he hits him in the head with the buckle.
Busts him open before the match even starts. Really smart strategy by Starks, though.
Yes.
Because you want to gain the advantage any way you can, especially in a match like this.
Especially against Bryan Danielson in a match like this.
Oh, yeah. No,
that man has stamina for days.
Not even just the stamina. That man is just... That man's insane. That man's a little out there. When it comes to his... We're talking about somebody that the last time he competed was about 2.5-3 months ago.
Okay.
He broke his forearm.
Yes.
In what was a 25-minute match. And continued the match with the broken forearm for another 10-15 minutes.
Well, that also shows you resilience and, how much he loves doing what he does.
Oh, yeah. His overall care for this business.
Mm-hmm. And so, take us through parts of the match.
Like I said, this match got real brutal real quick.
Both of the men used the strap to their advantage.
Oh, yeah. Everybody, no disqualification, so it works. You had Ricky the Dragon Steamboat on commentary, which I think was a really nice touch.
And he didn't really get involved.
No. He didn't get involved until later in the match when Big Bill started getting involved.
Yes.
And then he was like, I'm going to pull him down.
And he got knocked over himself while pulling him down.
But you know what? He was able to keep the match relatively even, relatively fair.
Yes.
And then when he, got back on commentary table, they were like, "Why?" He was like, "I know it's no disqualification, but I'm trying to keep this as level of a playing field as humanly possible."
Yeah.
One of my favorite moments was Danielson wrapping Starks around the turnbuckle post,
Yes,
and like smashing his face into it.
And he's like,
Also,
dude, if I'm gonna bleed, you can bleed too.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure that man is walking out of Chicago with a concussion.
Pretty sure, yeah. Or a welt the size of Trish Stratus's from the other night.
You ain't right for that. You know that? You wrong for that.
Nah, not at all.
But ultimately picking up the win, using the strap to his advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say,
choking out the opponent pretty much.
Yeah, I will say respect to Starks for not tapping out, but passing out. That shows like his want to have not lost this match.
Mm-hmm.
But picking up the win, Bryan Danielson returning from injury. I love to see it. Because again, him just returning from injury was really fun, really great. I think this style of match really you got to play into a lot of his mindset on what he likes to do. Mm-hmm. This is part of the reason he made the jump to AEW.
Yes.
Is he can be a little more hardcore with it. Overall grade for this match was an A-.
Really? Okay.
I think outside of it just being one of the most beautifully executed matches, I would have given it a higher A. But again, the reasoning for the sense it made to have it on the card really didn't exist.
Okay. Our next match up was Eddie Kingston and Shibata versus Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. I called an Eddie Kingston match wrong for the second time.
How can you do it consistently?
I'm hoping.
This is coincidental that out of the last 3 matches of his that you called,
2 wrong.
You've called 2 of the 3. But can you call the next one wrong?
I'm sure, hoping.
I know you are. Oh, I know you are. That's why I'm saying something. So right now,
I gotta say, this match, I don't know if it was because the match before it, had anything to do with it, but this match did take a while to get into it. I know you said it too.
The match before that, though, definitely did take a lot out of you.
Yes, but this one also did take a minute to get into, and even you said it when we were watching. It took a minute to get into. Obviously, there's a lot of bad blood between Eddie Kingston and Claudio Castagnoli. There was a moment in the beginning when Eddie was tagged in by Shibata where Claudio got off the ring side or the side and just turned his back to him. He didn't even want to look at him.
Oh, he's playing Claudio's been playing a lot of mind games with Eddie. He's not doing this out of fear. He's doing this to piss him off. Because guess what? When you're pissed off, you're not you're not thinking right. You're not thinking clearly. You're not able to perform as well as you once were if you were level-headed.
I gotta say, though, I was expecting this match. AEW doesn't seem like they ever put they put time limits on it, but it doesn't ever seem like they get close unless you're in a really heated rivalry. It doesn't ever seem like you get close to that time limit. So this one seemed like it was very quick. There wasn't much to talk about with this match, and it makes me a little upset because I like everybody that's in this match. I like their wrestling styles, but there's not much to talk about.
I think I'm okay with that for this one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm okay with it in a certain aspect, but in another, I wish I would have seen a little bit more.
That's fair.
Picking up the win, Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli, and your overall grade for this?
B.
Okay. Take us into our next.
All right, let's talk Omega Takeshita.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Leave me alone. I'm a person. It happens. Okay? It happens. Over here giving me that look like I did something wrong.
Is it Takeshita or Takashita?
Come on. I don't know. I've heard this name pronounced.
I believe it's Takashita.
A few different ways. I'm just... Okay. The build to this match was good. The
build to this you had to kind of explain to me because, I haven't really been in AEW very much.
Yeah, that's fair. So. But definitely, it was a decent match. Mm-hmm. I thought Don Callis would get involved more than he did.
He didn't really get involved very much except for towards the very end.
Yes. But you definitely got to see how well both men knew each other. Omega being Takeshita's first actual opponent outside of also being his mentor.
Yes.
And again, getting to see all of that tie in together with this one match really helped sell what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of super big highlight moments, unfortunately. But overall, still a solid matchup. Don Callis' involvement at the end with the screwdriver.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Which the referee did catch.
Yeah. But that's also because Takeshita had it out.
Had decided, I'm going to, wind up getting ready to stab you in the head with a screwdriver. Sir, quick and easy. The ref didn't see it in the middle of your chest. All you had to do was move your hand down. Nobody would have caught it. But no, you wanted to be a little extra. I was really hoping Omega would be able to hit that avalanche one-winged angel.
Yes.
And I think that would have helped him solidify this match. But it ended up
being a avalanche.
Well, Takeshita was able to get out of it, is what it was.
No, I was saying for Takeshita, his last move was an avalanche as well.
Yes. So picking up the win with a clean pin, Takeshita beats Omega.
I didn't think that Takeshita could do it without the use of the screwdriver because that's all you've seen from him to be able to beat Omega.
And this is the first time Takeshita's beaten Omega one-on-one.
Yes, but I'm saying in the other matches that they've had where
this is the second time this is the second time in a week that he's beaten him. This is the first time one-on-one. So congratulations for that. Now hopefully the story is done.
I'm hoping so. Because
it's gone on way too long. I think we can focus Omega's energy somewhere else, and Takeshita can be focused elsewhere as well.
Okay. Your overall grade for this?
B-.
I agree.
But now bring us into probably one of the best matches we've had all show.
I gotta ask before I say this. Do we put this as a match of the year candidate?
Yes.
Okay. Match of the
year.
The
last two matches can be put as match of the year candidates.
Match of the year candidate, FTR and the Young Bucks take on Bullet Club Gold, Juice Robinson, Jay White, and the Guns. This match, we both agreed, took a couple minutes to get into.
You know what? Once the slow build of the match, now that I'm looking back at it, was really great.
And it helped.
It helped because you can see the level of intensity as the match progressed, moment after moment, minute after minute, till we finally got to the top of the roller coaster.
And let me tell you, the top, like you said, at the top of the roller coaster was absolutely beautiful. Now, if you've listened to our podcast for a while, you know I don't necessarily favor the Young Bucks. No. I won't shy away from them, but I don't favor them.
Because for you, it all depends on the opponent and the style of match.
Yes. Whereas tonight,
you were Young Buck crazy.
I loved it because not only were they working so cohesively, which we said probably wouldn't happen.
Oh, yeah. No, the commentators were even saying, I don't know if this can happen. I don't know if this is going to work for them.
But there were moments where, opposite members, one of the Young Bucks were taken out, one of FTR members were taken out.
And then the ones that were still standing.
The ones that were still standing used their tag team moves because not only has these individual tag teams gone against each other so much that they know each other's moves, but it was so beautiful to see the interaction.
I one of my favorite moments, I have a few standout moments for this.
Okay.
One of them being the super kick party, not involving two members of the Young Bucks, but a Cash Wheeler and Matt Jackson.
Yes.
Because they said, super kick. Super kick. Oh, we're going to fake you out with a super kick, and here comes Nick Jackson. No. Or Matt Jackson with Dax. They're like tandem pile driver.
Yes.
I don't remember what they call that.
There was also the knee.
The Shatter Machine?
The Shatter Machine, the double knee
that
they brought.
I really love that.
There was also the moment where they had all 4 members of Bullet Club Gold in the middle of the ring, and all members of the FTR and Young Bucks had them in sharpshooters.
Oh, can we talk about super kick, top rope,
Yes.
that led to the tandem
sharpshooters.
I love your reaction because, like, all right, so if all 4 of them tap, does that count? And at the time,
we even had to ask Desario.
Oh yeah, and at the time, Cash Wheeler and Colton Gunn, I believe, were the legal men.
Mm-hmm.
And they managed to be the ones lined up as one of the sharpshooting pairs, the ones that matter.
Yep.
So I texted Desario and I was like, so hypothetical, like, scenario, random wrestling question. If in an 8-man tag match, 4 members of one team lock 4 members of another team in submissions, how does that work? And then his response was, well, are the 2 legal men paired up for the submissions? And when I responded, yeah, he's like, well, then yeah, screw what the other, 6 guys are doing. The legal men tapped out. So we got that. That moment was really fun to watch. But now, my dear sister, take us into how this match really started to break down and close out.
So closing moments, I can't remember who we had in the ring. I am going to be 100% honest with you. I know it was
It was Cash.
Cash Wheeler, and I believe it was Jay White.
Yes.
So Cash Wheeler, Jay White.
And Jay White, mind you, wasn't the legal man at the time. It was one of the Guns.
Yes. They're in the ring. I cannot remember what move it was, but there's my memory's just entirely blanking, and I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
Ending move hits. And
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner hits, and we're expecting a save, a kick out.
Yep, and then comes in, I want to say it was Austin Gunn that came in for the pin after Jay White hits Blade Runner on Cash Wheeler.
Yes. And, ultimately 1, 2, 3 with a late save. Bullet Club Gold picks up the win.
I do want to say, you can tell they were kind of at each other's throats at the end there, but you can tell,
Not even.
They were, but they weren't.
I think it was just hey, I understand you're upset. I'm sorry, because what was it? Was it Nick or Matt?
Nick definitely took the he was like, I was late. I'm sorry. You can tell he was upset. FTR was upset.
You saw that
Dax and Cash were like, bro, where were you? Your job was to help save. You're like, I'm sorry. I was late.
Well, I think that, Cash understood it once he got out and understood, oh, yeah, you were a little late. You're apologizing, whatever. But Dax coming from the other side of the ring, he's like, well, where were you? And he's like, hey, dude, we get it. He was a little late. And they all walked back entirely respectfully.
Yeah,
there was no brawl that broke out.
There was like I said, that small little squabble of hey, where were you? You were supposed to be there for this, Yeah. Me and you have done that with each other, hey, where are you? We got to do something.
Yeah. No, I get it. Your overall grade for this match.
A-.
And you changed it. I know you did because you told me.
I told you I changed it. At first it was a B+. And then I was just you know what? The execution,
it was
build,
because of
oh my
the
God.
beginning.
I was all right.
Too slow to get
and
into.
then I was just the finish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. After those first 5 minutes, I was just this match has been absolutely amazing.
Yes.
If you were paying attention to anything else, you were not truly appreciating that match. And that is a match I will watch over and over again. For sure.
All right. Take us into our main event.
Our main event, Orange Cassidy defending the AEW International Championship against Blackpool Combat Club's Jon Moxley. This match got aggressive real quick.
Orange Cassidy was busted open within the first 5 to 10 minutes of this match.
Oh, yeah. You can tell what this meant for both men, though.
Mm-hmm.
It took them a minute to even, after the bell ring, they kind of just stood there, stare down from opposite sides of the ring. But you can definitely tell this is the moment.
This was the moment, but this was also Cassidy playing mind games with
yeah.
Moxley, because Moxley's that one that wants to
He
get
was
into
like,
it right
he was
away.
like, get into it right away, rabid. You had Cassidy just, hi,
Can't do anything unless I start.
hello.
You could come attack me, but I could always stand out of the ring, take that 10 count, and be out here with my title.
Like, and it was great to see. Real fun leveled match for a good chunk of it. Moxley was able to play into the hand and back injuries.
Oh yeah.
Of Orange Cassidy, which I think, again, like with the Rollins match at Payback, like it really helped emphasize the story.
I think they did a really good job of not only, Cassidy's injuries, but even earlier in the night, you've said it, MJF's injuries. They played really well into injuries this entire pay-per-view.
Oh yeah. And again, I think it just helped enhance the stories that they were trying to tell. What? I never pegged Cassidy for a bleeder.
Oh my god.
But that man bled.
Well, did you not see last weekend at All In how much he bled?
Yes, but this compared to that, like that was.
Well, that's because he got roasted open later in.
This was a lot more intense. Like Cassidy is a bleeder, though. Like
that's also,
crap.
Like I said, that's also because at All In, he got busted open later on in the match, so you weren't expecting it to be very, very long. You weren't expecting a lot. Whereas this one, he got busted open the first 5 minutes in the match, so you knew it was going to be a while that he was bleeding, depending upon how long these men wanted to go.
But no, like, you can see his resiliency, too. Like, he wasn't...
He had blood all over the mat. He had it on him.
He had it on Moxley. I'm pretty sure on the ref at one point. But you could tell this moment really meant to him, because he wasn't just going down without a fight. A few, I was gonna say Superman punch, orange punches, a spear, the moment on the outside, dropping Moxley on the concrete.
Yes, which Moxley had originally set up for Orange Cassidy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he was actually for the first time, like he was. Oh yeah, that super kick, watching Moxley's head bounce off the side of those steps was nuts. He was actually willing to take the count-out victory if it meant, just being done with the match, though. Because you can tell by that point in the match, he was spent.
Done. Yeah, he was done.
He was burnt. He was
But it still continued in the ring for another couple minutes afterwards, which was really nice.
But ultimately picking up the win, ending this historic reign. Jon Moxley walks out of Chicago, your new international champion. Respect for both of these men for what they were able to do.
And Orange Cassidy got his flowers.
Oh yeah, Orange Cassidy definitely had that standing ovation from the fans after. I'm really happy that they were able to give him that moment, because that man held the title for almost a year.
Yes.
31 title defenses. Man went undefeated as champion. Like, there was so much. I saw this on Twitter after the show too. Like, is Orange Cassidy Wrestler of the Year? And you know what? Especially after this reign, it's pretty damn hard to come up with an argument on why he wouldn't be Wrestler of the Year. Because look at what he's done.
We even talked about adding him into our
absolutely
end of the year.
We'll be coming up with that list at some point in the near future.
So we'll have it all
paying
set.
Attention. But yeah, this has been really fun. It was a really fun match.
Yes.
It was great to see both of these guys really digging deep, pushing each other to their limit. Again, getting to see a side of Cassidy that you don't typically get to see, because usually, he's that lazy, real
hand in the pants,
I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with it. He
was
serious right out the gate.
Yes.
And when he did have the hand in the pockets moment, he had the one lazy kick, the two lazy kick,
and then he really gave Moxley
each kick, and Taz pointed it out. Each kick, he kind of picked up the intensity where he was just trying to actively kick a hole in Moxley's chest.
This showed what this title meant to him, what this reign meant to him, to keep it going.
Give him some time.
Put him back in the title picture.
But I wouldn't mind this match run back. I wouldn't mind him getting built towards that title picture again.
Mm-hmm.
Because, again, I think this was really good for him, I think. And this title reign really did, like, kind of help sell me on him.
Yeah.
Because, you know, for the longest time, I was never the biggest fan of the gimmick or the character.
Even if it's not the
but this really
international, TNT even.
But this really helped me buy into Orange Cassidy as a wrestler.
Yes.
So I love every second of that.
Your grade?
B+.
Ooh.
B+.
I gotta say, I do agree. I do disagree with you on that one.
Well, you're not giving the grades.
I get that, but honestly, I would disagree. I'd give this a solid A.
Okay.
It was beautifully executed. There wasn't a moment where you wanted to take your eyes off the screen. This showed what it meant for both men and for this match, not only to be, questioned as match of the year, but for Orange Cassidy, one of the participants in the match, to be said, yeah, this is the wrestler of the year. This is somebody we could get behind. B to me seems really low. Even B+ seems really low. I would go an A.
Okay. Well, I gave it a B+. I have my reasonings really being, again, part of the build wasn't necessarily that great.
Mm-hmm.
Because the build up to the match really wasn't that great. The match was executed well.
And I know that you look at build-ups, but even this was just kind of a, hey, we need a contender. I don't necessarily know how Moxley got into this position, but
I don't remember either. But also, I don't know. I feel like I can't quite put my finger on it, but I feel like something was missing to this match.
Was it the interference from the Blackpool Combat Club?
No, I feel like this match would have done really well.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, with a stipulation.
Okay.
Like I feel like that's really what took. Like, I think a stipulation of like no DQ, no holds barred, steel cage. Even like I would have ranked it I would have graded it a little higher. I feel like for what both of these men are known to do, or especially Moxley is known to do, I feel like that's kind of what took it away from me. Is this match should have been contested with some kind of stipulation.
Mm-hmm.
That really played into this story. Hell, you could have ran back you had both members involved last week in Stadium Stampede. You could have given me a street fight for this.
Yeah, I agree on that.
A Windy City street fight? A Chicago street fight? That would have been great. I think that would have given me that exclamation point to give me the hard sell for an A+ match.
Okay. So your overall grade for this entire pay-per-view?
A-.
Okay. I agree with that one. I do, because like we had some dips.
We had the few dips, but overall the pacing of the show was really strong. The investment that you had for each and everything going on was high, and I'm very surprised
that we gave it this high. That you gave it this high of a grade for an AEW one, even though the card was this bloated.
But going back and watching how, like, seeing the bloated card that it is, when you sit down and really watch and dive into the show and really start to enjoy it, it didn't feel like it was.
No, it didn't.
Unlike most shows where a lot of AEW shows kind of drag this.
But most AEW shows are thrown down your throat and it's spot after spot after spot after spot.
It's really high spot after high spot. Like, this didn't have high spot 7 of like 12 in this match, and then high spot, 6 high spots, one right after the other, and enough. Like, this gave us an organic feel to what a show can be.
Yes.
And we complain about the bloated card. If they are paced
like they were
like this more often,
yes,
I wouldn't complain as much.
Okay. All right. Well, that is the end of our AEW All Out. We come back to you guys for Superstar Spectacle on the 8th. Unfortunately, due to scheduling conflicts, it will look like me and Flash will be giving our pre-show.
We'll be giving the pre-show, and then I will be back to recap that weekend and do the post-show with you as normal.
Mhm.
Enjoy the rest of this week. We hope you guys had a great weekend. Those of you that
And
do
a great
celebrate
Labor Day.
Labor Day, we hope you enjoy the holiday. Have fun. Stay cool, because I know it's supposed to be relatively warm
Yes.
in some areas.
All right. We wish you guys the best.
See you guys.
Laters.